Mike Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing with me. Week 8 is a must win for the mighty Minnesota Vikings. This is the game preview for Thursday Night Football, Minnesota Vikings versus Los Angeles Rams. Now, the reason why I say this is a must win for the Vikings is because our division is very good. The NFC North division is the best division in all of football, and that's including the AFC. You know what I mean? All the NFC, we know the vibes with that, but even the AFC as well. And I feel like the team that wins the division in the NFC North will be representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. But before I get into all that, and I'm about to talk my talk, let me just say this real quick, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We're going live for absolutely every single game. But, man, I just got to say this real quick, man. The Rams, their defense is very young, right? I'm not going to say they're absolutely terrible, but they're not good. And I feel like Sammy D, Kevin O'Connell, and your game plan better be on point versus this defense. If you can't score on this defense, we got a big problem in Minnesota, and I got to keep it all the way 1,000. You know what I'm saying? This defense might be the youngest defense in the NFL, right? They got a lot of rookies in a lot of positions. They got safeties that are playing rookies. They got defensive tackles that's playing rookies. They got linebacker / defensive end that's a rookie this year. We should be able to pick them apart, and there should be no excuses. So Kevin O'Connell, you have to be on point with your game plan. Sam Darnold, you have to make it happen. Ain't no excuses. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's talk about some of the key players that they have on defense, and I'm going to get to our offense, I'm going to get to our defense, I'm going to get to everything. But let's talk about what the Rams have real quick. Their total overall defense is ranked number 28 out of 32 teams. Now, if we can't win this game, talk that talk. Man, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say if we can't win this game. You know what I mean? Our offense alone should be able to get this job done. I didn't get to the defense. But look, they're giving up 373.3 yards a game. Come on, man. The offense better wake up. They better wake up this week in week 8. Let's go. Let's talk about their overall rushing defense, right? They're ranked number 32. How many teams is in the NFL, y'all? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to count the 3. 1, 2, 3. How many teams is in the NFL? 32, right? So they're in last at stopping the run. They are allowing teams to run all over them. 157.6 a game for rushing yards. So Aaron Jones, Ty Chandler, Cam Akers, whoever's running the dang on ball, you should be able to get to them. You should be able to do your thing and do them dirty. Now, let's talk about specific players. Let's talk about Jalen McAuliffe. He is a rookie out of Tennessee, and he has 3 interceptions. He's leading his team in interception, and he has 3 passes defended. I like him, but my whole thing is this. He's getting cooked in that secondary. I don't even want to talk about their corners. They got another safety that is solid, right? And his name is Quentin Lake. He's leading the Rams in tackles, which is it's a little different. Safeties don't usually lead the teams in tackles that often. Usually that's more like a linebacker. But, man, he's a baller. You know what I'm saying? And, look, let me say this right now. When it comes to Kobe Turner, their defensive tackle, he's leading their team in sacks with 3. I still ain't scared of him. I'm still not scared of their defensive line. Ain't no way we can't run on this team. Now let's talk about their other defensive tackle, and he's a rookie. Braden Fisk from Florida State. Rookie. And I actually wanted him in the draft. He was actually, I don't know what round he got drafted in. I don't know if he's a 2nd-round pick, 3rd-round pick, whatever round. Doesn't really matter. I'm just saying, I actually liked him in the draft. We should be able to run on this team, man. Talented defensive tackle, but ain't no way he gonna stop that boy Aaron Jones and Ty Chandler. Shoot, he ain't even gonna stop Sammy D for getting some yards. Now let's talk about Jared Verse. Now this is a guy from Florida State You know what I mean? He has 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, and 6 tackles for loss. I actually liked him in the draft. But to say all that, it doesn't matter. I'm not scared of nothing they have on their defense. I feel like we're going to pick them apart. And if TJ Hawkinson is healthy, oh my goodness, we should be on point. I need to see Sammy D air the ball out. But when you air the ball out, try not to overthrow the best wide receiver in the game. Please be a little bit more accurate. If you got that run game, the play action should be on point. And if that play action is on point, Sammy D, and you have to be more in command when it comes to you making these throws. Some of these throws didn't look like you had the confidence in your ability when you was making these throws because you was selling the ball over numerous wide receivers' heads against the Lions. We can't have that. We need to destroy this team, honestly. There's no excuses for the offense. I already talked about Kevin. Well, let me talk about Kevin. Kevin, the scripted plays are all that in the bag of chips. Let me say that again. The scripted plays are all that in the bag of chips. But at the same time, in between time, I needed to be more consistent. When the opposing team, the defense makes adjustments, right? I need you to counter that and make adjustments as well. Don't let our offense be stagnant and we can only score 20 points in the first half and can't score nothing in the second half. Can I talk that talk?
Talk that talk.
Gotta keep it real, man. I'm tired of our offense being stagnant. Like, come on, and being predictable. A lot of the times we was running it on first down against the Lions constantly. We can't just keep running the ball on first downs. It can't be like that. Switch it up, man. Switch it up a little bit, man. I need to see some more running back screens. Bring the screen game back, man. Wide receiver and running back screen. Bring it back, man. Our offensive line's been solid for the most part. Now, let's talk about the defense, right? When it comes to the Minnesota Vikings. Now, look, Brian Flores, I got your back, brother. I know a lot of people are coming at you and they saying that the defense is the reason why we lost this game, but a lot of the reason why we was behind was because of the defense early on. Let's keep it real. We was losing 21-10 at halftime. That we can't have that. I truly feel like this defense is going to show a little bit more different looks against Matthew Stafford, and I feel like we're going to get some interceptions. I truly believe that. I see a Harrison Smith interception. I just see a lot of turnovers for the Rams. I see a lot of sacks. I just want to see a sighting from my bull Dallas Turner, or rookie that we moved up in the draft for. And I have a lot of confidence in his ability, but I got to see more from him. I know we got some ballers on this team. I want to see a little bit more from Patrick Jones II. I understand he was doing his thing yesterday, and I understand my bull Jonathan Grenard did his thing yesterday. He got that sack that put the Lions out of field goal range last week. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like we have to be able to get after Matthew Stafford. He's going to throw the ball up. He has a big arm. He's going to try to look for his leading wide receiver. I'm not scared of none of their wide receivers. Only wide receiver that I'm like, all right, he's solid, right? Is Tutu Atwell. Is that how you say his name? Tutu Atwell. He has 332 receiving yards. I ain't scared of him, though. Stephon Gilmore, everybody, all the secondary, be on point, man. Be on point this game, man. We're not going to let this wide receiver look like Randy Moss. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to let their wide receiver core look like Terrell Owens. We're not going to let their wide receiver core look like Jerry Rice. We can't have that. So Byron Murphy, you got to step your game up. Bynum, step your game up. Everybody, all of y'all, step your game up. I have confidence in this defense. I know they're going to bring it. You know what I mean? But it starts with stopping their run. It starts with stopping the Rams' run. So their leading rusher is, what is their leading rusher? Kyren Williams. He has 436 rushing yards. We ain't scared of that. We just went against the best running team in the whole NFL, in my opinion. We should be able to stop this. We should be able to win this game handily. And let me say this one more time. Matthew Stafford, for this season, this man, he ain't looking the best, man. Let's keep it real. He got 1,392 yards overall, right? And how many interceptions? I don't know how many interceptions. I think he got more interceptions than touchdowns. That's all I'm going to say. Matthew Stafford has more interceptions than touchdowns, so we should be on point with that. Now, I got to get back to Sammy D. I got to talk my talk about him because, look, he's the one that's on that dang on field. Even though Kevin O'Connell was calling these plays, that bull Sammy D is going to be the one running the show at the end of the day because he's the one that's on that football field. If you got an audible, do what you got to do. I don't care what he did with the Carolina Panthers. I don't care what he did with the 49ers and all that. All I care about is what he's doing with the Vikings, and he's having a very good season. His yards that he threw so far is 1,370, and he has 12 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions. Just take care of the football. Get it to the best wide receiver in the game, Justin Jefferson. Get it to Jordan Addison. Get it to TJ Hockenson. I don't know what the injury report's going to be for both teams, but look, man, we got to win this game, and that's all I got to say. That's all I really got to say. Because at the end of the day, if we lose this game, we're in big trouble. Let me just keep it real with y'all. If we lose this game against the Los Angeles Rams, we're in big trouble. We got a lot of problems. There's no reason we should lose to a team with a whole bunch of rookies on their defense and lose to a team that doesn't have the best offense. And come on. There's no way. But that's all I got to say. Have a wonderful day. As always, God bless. I'm out.
Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me.
Yeah.
Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.
I really do this.
I'm a hybrid fan. I'm a stand-up man.
Yeah.
They be hating on the squads, but they really a fan. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.